Hello, AriTheGoddesss here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. So I'm currently outside in nature, so I'm hoping that you all are able to benefit from it as well. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the beautiful view. Also, if you haven't found anything to be grateful about in this time and in this moment or today, finding one thing to be grateful about in this moment. I saw the gratitude card as I was shuffling. So finding at least one thing to be grateful about in this time and in this moment. I know that I am grateful for nature and being able to, take time throughout the day to spend time in nature and, deliver these messages as well. So that may be significant for you. Also, I've spoken about this already. You could be seeing 000, and this means that you could be, could have completed a cycle. Also, you could be seeing 1111, and this means that you are on the right path. So if you are, feeling as though you may not be on a right path, or if you're feeling, if you're doing things, if you're wondering if you're doing things in divine alignment, this may be your confirmation. Please always use, discernment when listening to any message. And, this is why I speak about, having that, that interconnection with the divine for yourself, so that you can always know when a message is for you, and your discernment can always speak when you hear any message, not just my message, but any message. So you may be divinely guided to get in nature as well, be in nature, and be by water. Water may be significant for you. I could be speaking to a water sign, air sign as well. Could be speaking to an air sign as well, or an earth sign. You may be seeing 222. It's a sign of peace, balance, and harmony. I also was getting that you may have a bike. You may have a bike that you haven't ridden in a long time. You may be divinely guided to start back riding that bike. Because this will not only bring you, the exercise and to get your body active, but this, taking that time and getting that breeze and, appreciating that moment of you riding that bike. There's some downloads and there's some wisdom and, just some truths that can, be in that moment as you allow yourself to, take that time for you and go bike riding on your bike. Maybe there's something you used to do all the time and you may have stopped. This is the perfect weather for it. This is the perfect weather for it. The weather has been, kind of, it's been raining. It's been sunny, raining, sunny, raining, sunny. You may have been getting that type of weather. But I'm getting also, if you have been getting that type of weather, you can look at it as when it rains, a release. There's a lot of things being released. There's a lot of toxins being removed. There's a lot of diluting happening. If there's storms, seeing the storms as, toxins and, things being removed from your life, energies being removed from your life, beliefs being removed from your life, looking at it as a positive aspect, as rather than, looking at it as, a downfall, or looking at it in a way that is negative. It's definitely a positive in this. Wow, I didn't even see this card that came out. It says reframe. Yeah, reframing your mind. When it comes to this, as I was speaking of, nature and how it's been, you may have been, raining a lot where you are. It may have been storming a lot where you are. It may be been very windy or, very hot. Just looking at these things, even looking at the sun as it burn away the negativity, releasing energy and burning away that negativity that you may, have some. Do I want to use the word stubbornness? I can use the word stubborn. Maybe there's some, I'm not going to say stubbornness. I'm going to say stagnant. Stubbornness isn't bad, though. I know that stubbornness also get a bad rep. But stubbornness sometimes can save us. you know, because what stubbornness can be sometimes is your patience, and you listening to the divine. So outwardly, when people don't understand, you know, divine guidance and patience, it can look stubborn. So that was a message maybe for someone too, to understand what stubborn may mean for them, and for you to identify it and define it for you. You know, always, and this is another message, always when it comes to someone else telling you about who you are, do your it's always good for us to define ourselves first. And if someone, you know, tries to bring something else about who we are, we don't have to consider that as true. You know, it may be a word that they use that we, you know, from the outside looking in, it may have a little truth to it, but making sure that you define this as truthful as possible, of where it benefits you, rather than, you know, it's just like that stubborn, for example. You know, it gets a bad rep, but, you know, from the outside it can be looked at as stubborn, as I said, but you could be choosing to be divinely guided and having patience and listen to your intuition and trusting the signs first before, you know, stepping out on a situation. Wow, because you are extraordinary. The extraordinary card came up, and I cannot make this up. You are divine. So you are a person who, you know, listen to your divine guidance, divine intuition, the divinity within. You choose to follow the path of, you know, of your intuition and what's within, not anything that's outwardly. So yeah, that is definitely a message for someone. You know, most people may see you as stubborn, but you know, looking at it in that way may be significant for you. Also, the surrender card that just came out, and the divine flow card is out. You know, maybe there's something that you're needing to surrender. Maybe it's a way of thinking, going back to that reframe card. Maybe you're needing to realize how extraordinary you are, and to not let people define you, but to define yourself, because you are unique. And that is something that we have to understand as individuals as well, that we are each uniquely, we each are unique. And maybe this is something that you're having, you know, maybe challenging for you, and that you may just be coming to an understanding. You may be needing to come to an understanding about who you are. You are extraordinary. With this, do y'all see that butterfly? And you are a butterfly. I really hope that y'all can see that. I hope that is on camera. If not, there's a butterfly right here. Yes. And you are a butterfly. You are, you know, beautiful, you know, and it is time for you to see yourself in that way. This is why I wanted to start bringing these messages more, because I wanted y'all to see the proof of what I see, you know. And I wanted it to, you know, I wanted y'all also to see how the power of words and energy, and how this stuff, it can't be made up, you know. I'm not gonna say everyone can do it. I feel like everyone can do it, but it's just it's about believing and knowing and setting the intentions and allowing, you know. And I try to bring that proof as much as possible, not in an egoic way, but in a way of just truth, and a divine truth, you know. But then this is something that you are being divinely guided to know about you, about who you are. You're extraordinary. Maybe you're needing to, you know, reframe your mind about that. I'm glad that stubbornness had came up, because it may not even just be about, you know, just stubbornness. It can be about, you know, who you may be seeing yourself through the eyes of others, and you're not seeing yourself in the eyes of who you truly are. And, you know, it may be time for that with trust that just came out. Wow. So surrendering and letting the divine flow and trusting. And this trust card also have a butterfly, wow, in its hand. And I'm going to read this card. It says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Wow, you are transforming. There may be someone who is transforming or has transformed. This may be something that you have went through. You have just recently discovered this, of how extraordinary you are. You recently had to reframe your mind about who you are, because you have learned that you are divine. And this is why you're stepping out on faith more on the things that are for you. And I believe that this is beautiful. This is not only with right action on the bottom of the deck. I cannot make this up. And the divine said that is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth. This is beautiful. You know, this is something, yeah, this may be something that you just recently discovered, or someone may be going on this journey of discovering this. Because you decided to have an outrageous openness about yourself with this outrageous openness card that just came out. The moon may be significant to someone. Also reconnecting with your cycle. I know I said that yesterday. That card isn't out. I just still wanted to speak on that again. About that card, about how important it is for divine feminines to reconnect with your cycle. You know, also honoring your cycle. Reframing your mind. Wow. Reframing your mind about your cycle. As well, you know, knowing that it is a blessing, knowing that it is something that can be used for, you know, in a beautiful way. And when you reconnect with your cycle, you'll find out why and how. You know, honoring, speaking to, you know, when it's, you know, that time of month, divine masculines, if you think this is just, you know, too much, you know, you can skip this part. But I'm sure that you have a feminine energy in your life that this can be spoken to as well, in a way that is, you know, in a way that is pure, because I know how challenging that is. That can be challenging for a divine masculine to come to a feminine about, you know, something like that. But speaking to it in a pure way, because, you know, maybe because you listen to Ari, but you know, far as like speaking to your cycle and just, you know, honoring it and letting, I know this may sound a little off, or it may not be. This may be something that you already, you know, do, you know, putting your hand on your stomach and just, you know, speaking, you know, letting, you know, yourself, your cycle know, look, I'm here. You may be having cramps or something, but speaking to the cramps, you know, I don't know what I've, you know, speaking to the cramps and just, I don't know what, you know, is causing these cramps, but I am willing to learn what is causing these cramps so that, you know, we don't have to have this anymore. Just speaking to your body knows, that inner knows, and, you know, it's just wanting to feel love and not feel abandoned. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is making sense, and hopefully that is resonating. I'm sure you know what it is. Also, I could be speaking to someone who is I'm getting this. Either you may be a comedian or you make people laugh, and your stories are healing. So if you are needing confirmation about, you know, if you're needing confirmation, that may be your confirmation. You may, or, you know, this is something that you are thinking about going into. This is something that is, you know, maybe significant for you, because your stories is healing not only you but others, and, you know, it's a medicine to people. You know, your energy, your stories, the way you speak them, the way that you say them is healing. Also, there may be someone who have been paying attention to the moon lately and have been using the moon and being in divine alignment with the moon. And you have been getting synchronicities. And this has opened the way of truth for you. Also, I may be speaking to someone. Yesterday, I was going to speak about this, about sisterhood, the sisterhood card. I've spoken about it before. There may be someone who is wanting to start. I didn't speak about this part though, but I was going to speak about it yesterday, but I didn't get to it. There may be someone who is wanting to start like a health and wellness organization, or something to do with, you know, sisterhood, where you all are able to get together and do something when it comes to maybe mental health, physical health. It's something in that, or it's just like, it's something where maybe it's a podcast. I'm not sure. Maybe something, a platform or something where you all are coming together and you're bringing some form of truth or perspective to something. And, you know, this is opening the way for truth for you as well. And I'm not in your business, but this is why it was important for you to go through this isolation, because what you know what it did was you were able to go into depths, and this is where the truth resides. This is where the truth was able to reside for you, and this is how you were able to get these truths so that you could form this organization or this platform or whatever this is, and bring truth because you went through it, and not just go off something that you see someone else doing, but you was able to gain this truth and you was able to go into the depths of it. And this is why you're going to be able to reach so many people, because it's the experience that matters. It's the experience that is going to grasp people's hearts, minds, and energy, or this may be what you are, those who are in isolation. This may be something that you may be becoming aware of, that there's so much depths of the truth about everything, about not just one thing, but about everything. When it comes to mental health, when it comes to health, when it comes to reality, you're learning that there are depths, because there are depths, and you're learning not to look at things one-sidedly, but knowing that there's depths, and giving and knowing that. And this is the beautiful thing of the wisdom that you have, because you're going to be able to give it, or you're going to learn how to give it in a way that millions of people will be able to understand it, because you're experiencing it, and you have this with this outrageous openness card. You're choosing to have outrageous openness, and this is why you're able to get the downloads, the wisdom, the truths that you're getting. I hope that made sense for you. Wow. And with this spring card here, it says a time for renewal. Step into uncharted territory. So wow, yeah, this may be for someone who is really, you may have not even, this may be something you haven't even thought about, or this may be something that is going to, this is going to happen, but it may be just feel as though I'm not going to say new because it's in you, but, it's uncharted territory. This is something that hasn't been done before or done like you. And, this is why this card is here. It's a time for renewal. It's time for, others to see this in a true way, in a beautiful way. And, you'll be stepping into uncharted territory when this happens. And you're being divinely guided also to have the confidence, have the courage, because I wanted to speak about this as well. We speak about this red-winged bird all the time, and I just be laughing at this red-winged bird. I don't know if it's the same red-winged bird or if I believe it's different ones though, but red-winged birds represent protective. They're protective, they're courageous, they're the male, they're actually the male, of this bird. And, this is what, is being divinely guided on this uncharted territory, is to be protective, to not play about this, to not play about, where you've come and where you're going, and not to play about, your stuff, if that makes sense, and to have the courage. Because every time I see this red-winged bird is always zapping something if it's in its way, if something's in its way. Or like if there's another bird coming, this red-winged bird always, trying to peck at it, or, it's protective. It wants to keep its territory, and it don't play about its territory. Or this could be switched. Wow, I didn't know this story was going to be like this, because remember, this is uncharted territory. So it may be people that's already, it may be representing that it may be people already in this field, right? But things, I'm not going to say, I believe that where they are, it served a purpose, but it may be time for a new way of thinking, a new perspective to be brought into this area. And this is how you stepping into this uncharted territory. And these people may be protective, they may be courageous, on the outside, but once you step into this uncharted territory and you have this faith and you have this courage and you're able to step into it, you gon', and it's not to be in an ego way, but you've experienced this, you've experienced these depths, you experienced these truths, you experienced experienced who you know this journey. So you know this isn't no textbook stuff. You've learned this is not no textbook stuff. This not a study. This is truth. This is life. And the many people that you're bringing with you, you know they have that back up too. Look, this not nothing. This not in no book. Meaning like this not just from a study and we put it in a book. No, this is from experience. So I want to speak to people about this. And this may be, you know, in this and this is where this uncharted territory is coming, you know, being played in, you know, because it's been looked a certain way for so long. It's been done. There we go. It's been done a certain way for so long, but I'm thinking I'm getting that you about to, you know, ruffle some feathers, literally. Okay, I don't know if anybody got that. Maybe it's just me, you know, because of the red-winged bird. And okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, and I think I'm hilarious. You know, laughter is medicine. Please always remember that. Laughter is medicine. Even if you are your own funny person, please laugh at yourself. We're hilarious. Even if it's not funny to another person, laugh. You know, it is honorable to yourself. I have body here. It says, show me divine how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. So there may be someone who may be needing to have confidence, or, you know, speak to your body. This goes back where I was talking about, you know, speaking to your cycle, but maybe even just speaking to your body. And this may be challenging, but when you have this confidence to do this, this will help you in many ways. Going, you know, and I know you've heard this before, but not only in the mirror affirming yourself, but touching yourself on the body part. First, accepting your body the way it is. You know, really truly accepting your body the way it is, and not accepting in a way where you don't like it. Accepting in a way where I love you and how far you've come. I love my body and how far it's come. I love myself within and how far it's come, right? And when you do that, after that, you know, touch on the parts that you want to heal. Touch on the parts that you want. You know, let's say that you want to lose weight, or let's say you want, you know, there may be something that's, you know, that you wanting to, you know, lose weight, a place where you want to lose weight at, or a place that you want to tone, or a place, you know, or a place that you wanting to see just, you know, radiate, or, you know, and just in your own way, you know, speaking to it and actually saying it, you know, and doing it in a loving way. You know, imagine yourself standing in the mirror, smiling at yourself. Ooh, I want and touching on yourself, touch on your stomach, touch on your arms. Let's say your arms kind of, you know, and I'm not going to say that, but because I was going to say most women, we, you know, have that area, you know, around the arm area where we want that to get a little more tone. So speaking to that area, let it jiggle, you know, and speak to it. You know, I want this tone. Ooh, I want this tone. You know, just speaking to it in a way. Or, you know, even for divine masculines, if you want that area tone, just, you know, being loving and kind to yourself and speaking to yourself in an honorable divine way. That's a message for someone. That is a message for someone. Ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. Yes, so there are some people that are about to step into some uncharted territory, and this goes back to me speaking about reframing your mind and knowing how extraordinary you are, and how you surrendered and trusted and had outrageous openness, and how this was the right action, because this is what this led you to step into these uncharted territories. And for some, this is what you are being divinely guided to do, to reframe your mind and know how extraordinary you are, and surrender and trust in the divine and have an outrageous openness, because this will be the right action for you, and whatever gifts, abilities, and skills that you will be stepping into when it comes to, you know, getting out of this isolation. And I know I kind of spoke that fast, but sometimes there's messages that are I keep seeing this travel card. You know, someone is, you know, being divinely guided to travel, whether it's relocate or actually just travel and get out and create space and have that, you know, I didn't see this patience card. Wow. So this patience card just came out. Also, have patience in your isolation. Have patience and know that this isn't a punishment. Know that this is a time of going inward, and knowing that this is a time of learning, knowing that this is a time of embracing, knowing this is a time for you to reframe your mind so that you can know how extraordinary you are. But going back to that travel, someone is maybe divinely guided to travel, even if it's just, for a couple of days, just to someone, and allowing the energy of another place, to be absorbed, and because maybe it's just so cluttered where you are right now, and just getting out, and traveling, and, allowing yourself to, and you may be in isolation, or you may just have gotten out of isolation and you have not done anything in years. And wow, with loneliness at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, you may be divinely guided to do this, to travel, and allow other energies to be absorbed, and allow yourself to, be divinely guided. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what nature is offering. Pay attention to what the divine is also offering. Pay attention to the people, places, and things. Because you never know, that place where you may be traveling, that may be a place where you may be, relocating it. And I'm also getting that when you do travel, but right before traveling, set the intention that you will not let any worries, any stress, any anxiety, or anything that has to do with home come with you on this travel. That you're going to fully be in the present moment when you're able to travel, so that you can enjoy it, and so that you could come back home and have a sense of a mind of clarity, a mind of energy, and new ideas. And this is probably really what you need. Remember yesterday in that message I was speaking about, 999, you're nearing completion, and it may be in a form of clarity and confidence. And maybe this is what this travel is for someone. Maybe that may be what that travel would do for someone, because you're getting out in a different, you're getting out in a different energy. You're not in the same cluttered energy. And I'm not saying it as a negative thing, but how things can get with just energy. Even if it's going to a different city. Make sure it's far though, so you can absorb some other energy. Now, I'm not gonna say far, but make sure I'm not talking about a city that's 10 minutes away from where you are. Also getting near water. I know I spoke of that before, but also just getting near water may be significant for you. And I know I've spoken of this before, but please continue just to pay attention to, to discern, and pay attention to when other people come to you about others. That is really, really important. That is really, 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 really important in this time. Especially in this time where, there's certain cycles closing, there's phases that are closing, and there's, I've spoken of, there's people that are getting out of isolation, there's people that are going in isolation, there's karmic cycles you're closing, but there's also karma that others are about to, go through as well. And you don't want to, and I'm not gonna say what you don't want to do, because that's none of my business, but I'm informing you that, as I was saying, you may be closing out karmic cycles, and there may be people that may be experiencing it. I'm gonna say that. And you've already, closed yours out, and allowing others, to learn. And it's not in a negative way, but because we're all here learning. It's an individual journey. We have had grace from the divine. We have given grace to ourselves, so giving grace to those as around us as well, and looking at it as a positive thing, that people are, rising, because no one said that this will be something that looked so great, you know, because as you know, I've spoken of, you know, embracing, right? And so I've spoken of like when you're able to embrace, others are able to rise above and rise to another level and, you know, rise up too. Well, that doesn't mean that they're just going to get all the good energy. You know, what this means is, and I'm glad I'm able to get into detail about this. What this means is, okay, now it's time for them to go through their journey and declutter, to get out that negative energy, to get out the energies and to heal. And, you know, their journey, I'm not going to say that it's going to be, everything's just going to be hard, but there's some realization that you had to go through that they're going to be having, that they're going to be going through as well. You know, that's how you rise above. There's no, there won't be any shortcuts is basically what I'm saying. The only shortcut is that the only possible shortcut is you sharing your story and helping them through it. But other than that, like if you're embracing it, they're going to have to go through their journey to rise above too, to get those weights, to lighten their load, to let go so that they can rise above too, if that makes sense. I really hope that that's resonating and making sense in that moment in time. So when I was speaking about the trees and the roots, and you know, I rode past there again and I saw it, and I just could not believe like the trees. You know, I just could not believe like the big trees that I saw, and the trees that I saw that was also like they was cut up, they were knocked down from their root, and also like right in the middle of the trees they would be cracked and broken and, you know, knocked down. Like I was, you know, and it was just a sign. It was just showing me what, you know, what is about to occur, you know, but in a positive way. This is all for, you know, for everyone to continue to rise above. This isn't for me, you know, to that wasn't me, and I'm sure you all know that, but you know, it's not a way of, all right, you get people getting what they deserve. It's never in that way, you know. It isn't, you know. And so, and I don't think that you all thought that, but you know, looking at it and becoming aware of it, so that because as you able to come out, you'll be able to speak about your experiences and, you know, bring forth solutions, you know, and bring forth, there go that red-winged bird. It's all the way at the top. You're not going to be able to see it because it's to my right, and it's all the way at the top of this tree. That bird, that's the noise. That's the red-winged. When you hear that noise, that's the red-winged bird making that noise. It's making sure nothing comes its way. I could be speaking to someone who is, I may have said this before, 16, 32, 38, 52, or 78. I also could be speaking to, you know, an earth angel, or Taurus, an air sign, or a fire sign as well. When it comes to these messages, it does not have to be. It does not. Also, a water sign. Could be speaking to a Pisces as well, because I've been speaking about a lot of water as well, not just a Pisces. I know that there's other signs, you know, that are water signs as well. Also affirming, you know, the things that you know that are coming. I spoke of that yesterday. Affirming everything that you know is coming, affirming it, letting it in. I'm open to receive what is for me, you know. I'm open to receive. If you've been seeing 888, I'm open to receive this, you know, prosperity and wealth. If you've been seeing 1111, I affirm that I'm on the right path. If you've been seeing 222, I affirm that I see, you know, that I am in peace, harmony, and balance. Also, this is what I just spoke about as well, knowing that you're the body, the voice of your body and your soul, and that you choose the life that you desire to live. So that goes back to me just speaking about that affirming. That goes back to me speaking about that affirming. You affirming. And you creating the desired life that you want. And not being afraid. There's a lot of messages that are wanting to come out. Also, this is a time of releasing up all that doesn't serve you. It's time to be the truth in who you are. Affirming that as well. Yes. So there's a lot of clarity that you will be getting about a situation as well for someone. Wow. I just said that and that card came out. Also, I spoke about this yesterday about, there's something that you do that is unique. Maybe others do it, but it's the way that you do it that is extraordinary and unique, and this deserves honoring. And always trust in yourself and know that your souls know the way, that your soul knows the way. And you may be afraid in this time to step into this uncharted territory, but knowing that the only way out is through. Also, trusting the answers that are within you. I really hope that this message resonated. This is all that I have for you in this moment, in this time. So please, reframing your mind in this time and knowing how extraordinary you are is significant for you. I really hope that this message resonated. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.